NTV News First Edition. The clock is quickly ticking down to Christmas Eve, and while the holiday is meant to be a time of happiness and celebration, it can also bring with it an incredible amount of stress. From shopping to wrapping to cleaning and cooking and all the socializing in between, we can become just a little overwhelmed. But there are tips to help you cope, and joining me now with all of those tips, no pressure, is Dr. Janine Hubbard with this week's Get Psyched. Happy holidays to you.
Happy holidays.
Dr. Janine, I think one of the scariest or most stress-inducing questions this time of year that we get asked is, are you all ready for Christmas? Especially if you aren't ready. So why is it important not to beat ourselves up if everything isn't ready?
Well, here's the thing. Perfect? It's all about expectations.
Right.
And we are all far too hard on ourselves, on our expectations of our families, of our loved ones. And here's the thing, guys. You're as ready as you're going to be, because this is a time of year where we have weather, we have delayed flights, we have, we have closures, we get sick unexpectedly. The perfect holiday does not exist. It's made up in Hallmark movies and part of Pinterest to sell lots of products. And can I tell you, if you think back upon your own childhood or ask your kids about their favorite memories of holidays past, not one of them will tell you it's the year that you had the spotless house or the perfect turkey or the most immaculately wrapped gifts. They're going to tell you it's the year we had to have frozen pizza because somebody forgot to thaw the turkey. Or my childhood, I remember the rum sauce got spilt for the plum pudding and the dog rolled in it and we had a sticky dog. And these are the things that we remember. We actually remember the imperfections. And being okay, especially now, we are so close and there are so many unknown variables. Guys, you're as ready as you're going to be, and it will be perfect, even if it's maybe not the idea you had of perfect. But when we talk about expectations, also really important when we're thinking about our kids and our loved ones. This is a high time of stress. Again, your kids will remember the year that mom and dad could be heard fighting about something that wasn't going well. What they will remember is the chilling out, the year we all said, you know what? There's a bad snowstorm outside. We're all wearing our PJs and we're reading books and we're playing a board game and we're putting on a fire. It's not the perfect behavior at the table around adults that is kind of really boring and not that exciting for a lot of kids, or being forced to play with cousins that actually you don't really get along with. We need to remember our kids are still the same kids, but they're going to be overtired, overstimulated, having had not enough routine and structure and exercise and vegetables and maybe too much sugar. Let's look at what we're expecting of them. Give everybody breaks. Give the grown-up breaks. Everybody go have a timeout, read a book, run around the house, go get some fresh air, whatever it is you need. And remember that none of us are going to be perfect, but what we want to do is remember what's important this time of year. And again, it's not about the wrappings, it's not about the bows and the perfection. It's about spending some time with your loved ones, embracing some traditions if you can, and making light and enjoying the imperfections, because I guarantee you those are the things we're going to remember long term.
But, and that's wonderful, and we should all live that way. But I know that, there are a lot of people out there going, yes, but Aunt so-and-so, or, a family member is going to say, well, this could have been better, or that could have been better, or why didn't you do that, or what's wrong with the the cranberry sauce isn't right. And so how do you deal with that?
Well, depending on how snarky you're feeling, or how stressed you are, you may say, you know what? Next year, I would love for you to make that and bring that to dinner. Or, you know what? At some point, I'd love for you to show me how you make yours, because that would be a good learning experience. Turn it around. I've always found the worst of the critics get very quiet as soon as you put some pressure on them and ask them to step forward. Really useful tip in life and at work and in all kinds of situations. But also, it's okay to say, you know what? If things had been different this year, yes, I would have done, this, and this, but I'm learning to embrace what's important, and what is more important for me this year was staying healthy and well and rested, and hopefully enjoying the company and some decent food. I'm sorry it wasn't up to your expectations.
I'm going to be off next week. I'm taking the week off, so I won't get to see you next week as we lead into the new year. So how can we use some of these tips as we head into the new year and our expectations to start all fresh and brand new?
Here's the thing, guys. Be kind to yourselves. Be kind to your loved ones. Remember, we are human. Human beings are far from perfect. And like I say, as much of that as we can either joke about or embrace, or some days kind of go, yeah, okay, that didn't go the way I wanted it to. Tomorrow is a new day. And remember that long term, sometimes those flaws, sometimes those idiosyncrasies are actually the things that we remember and that help, help others to enjoy us. See, there you go. I'm stumbling for words, and that's all okay.
It is. I don't want to put you under any more stress.
No.
Thank you very much for coming in all this year, and have a wonderful Christmas, stress-free Christmas.
Well, we'll try as best as possible, and thank you to everyone. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, and thank you for going on this journey with us over the past year.